Breaking news. Saudi Arabia vs. Yemen. Is World War III boiling up between Saudi, Yemen and Iran in Red Sea? Saudi Arabia has temporarily stopped all oil shipments through the Red Sea after Iran-backed Yemeni Houthi rebels attacked two big oil tankers. Tensions are growing in the region as the Red Sea shipping route is strategically important to many countries. Very little damage was caused by the attack on Wednesday, which saw two Saudi very large crude carriers, VLCCs, targeted yesterday morning. However, Saudi Arabia's oil minister later declared the temporary suspension of oil shipments through the Red Sea until further notice. Energy Minister Khalid Al-Falah's ministry said, Saudi Arabia is temporarily halting all oil shipments through Bab al-Mandab Strait immediately until the situation becomes clearer and the maritime transit through Bab al-Mandab is safe. Saudi oil company Aramco released a statement confirming the suspension and the safety of ships and their crews and to avoid the risk of oil spill. Tensions are already running high in the region following U.S. President Donald Trump's heated exchange with Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, and this move is set to only increase pressures. A Saudi-headed coalition in Yemen has been at war with the Houthis for 3 years, at the southern coast of the Red Sea. The attack yesterday comes after a similar assault on another VLCC, which can carry more than 2 million barrels of oil, in April. Saudi oil minister Khalid Al-Falah said after that attack, the terrorist attack will not affect economic activity or stall oil supplies. Service is carried on as usual through the shipping route. Houthi forces were also supposedly holding 19 Saudi oil tankers in late April, although this is contested by neutral observers. The coalition has launched thousands of airstrikes and restricted imports into Yemen, making worse what the United Nations says is conceivably the world's worst humanitarian crisis. A statement made by the UN Secretary-General in January called on all of those involved in the fighting to end the attacks, saying, "The most effective way to address humanitarian suffering in Yemen is to end the conflict. I renew my call on all parties to cease hostilities and to engage meaningfully with the United Nations to achieve a lasting political settlement." The Bab al-Mandab Strait is one of the most important trade routes in the world for oil tankers. The huge vessels pass by Yemen's shores on their way from the Middle East to Europe. The Houthis have previously threatened to block the Bab al-Mandab route on several occasions in a bid to force the coalition to stop its airstrikes. On Thursday, Houthi leader Mohammed Ali al-Houthi said the group's navy had the capacity to reach the high seas and Saudi ports. Houthis' navy has the ability to travel to the high seas and Saudi ports, Houthi leader Mohammed Ali al-Houthi said on Thursday. He tweeted, "We were taken into consideration to keep the navigation through Bab al-Mandab safe, and to not provide the aggression forces an excuse that the waterway is under threat." The latest disruption to Saudi oil supplies will set oil traders on edge as tensions grow, with concerns that shipments through the Strait of Hormuz and the Persian Gulf could also be targeted by Iran. The Bab al-Mandab Strait is an important shipping lane in the Red Sea, holding interests from European countries. Only 12 miles wide, hundreds of ships are potentially easy targets on the strait, which lies where the Red Sea meets the Gulf of Aden in the Arabian Sea. Should there be a major disruption, the European powers, the United States and Egypt would have cause to intervene. The freedom of the seas would be protected by them, and an intervention against the Houthis may be necessary to protect this freedom.